Hi, welcome back. So this is a follow-up to the video that I just posted where I showed the C64 Archiver program for C64 OS. I added to that program the ability to filter by Commodore file type. So for example, you could limit to creating an archive and recursing through all the directories, but say omitting all of the user type files or omitting all of the seek type files. And in addition to that, the ability to filter out files that have specific one-character extensions. So I did that in particular because, well, I want to be able to make archives of C64 OS so that I can give those to beta testers and in the future for digital distribution. But I want to, say, omit my source code. My source code is kind of strewn throughout the various folders, but all my source code files end in .a, so I can run the archive and have it omit all the .a files. So the result of that is that I've generated this restore.car file. So car is kind of like tar, but for the C64. This is actually only on a subfolder of the system folder. It's not the complete system folder. But it's smaller than it was in the video yesterday because I'm omitting my source code. And then I mentioned that I could write a basic program that would use the SD2IEC's positioning command, otherwise known as seek, to be able to jump over the data of a file directly to the header of another file. So I thought, well, you know, what I could do is I could write a basic program that would simply list out the contents of an archive. So that's what I did. So we'll run car search. I called it car search. Put in a little note here saying it only works on an SD2IEC just because only SD2IEC supports positioning on, say, sequential files. So if you had tried to run this on a CMD hard drive, it would not recognize the position command. Everything would fail. So we'll go restore.car. All right. There we go. So that's about how fast it is. So I'm just going to pause this so we can look at this for a second. So OS restore archive. I've decided to give the archive files an archive type. So the advantage to that is because the reason I did that is because I thought, you know, I could use this archive format for the distribution of app bundles because an app bundle is a hierarchy of files and folders, and so this is a perfect candidate for you want to be able to package up a tree of files and folders with their PETSCII file names and all the case sensitivity and the file types and everything. It's exactly what you want the car file for. But by flagging this particular car file as a C64 OS application bundle, when you use the unarchiver, it can tell you, hey, this is an application. Should I install this directly into your applications folder? And you could say yes, and it could unarchive it directly into your system folders applications folder, and boom, the application is installed. So this can kind of double as a way to auto-install OS components that perhaps you download from like an online store type thing. Okay, so following that, we have a date. So whatever the date timestamp is from the operating system, I'm writing that into the archive, so we can pull that out. And then we can see that I had hard-coded this particular archive to just archive the toolkit folder because it's small, but it has some subfolders. So we have, so the root folder, the archive always archives a folder. So the first entry is always a folder name. Now, if this was an application bundle that you'd archived, well, hey, that would be your application name. It's a directory. It has 7 items. First item, say the H folder. That's another directory. 5 items in that. Then we have boom, 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 boom. Sequential files, they're bite size. And look at basic is able to just go boom, 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 skip from header to header to header. Let's unpause that. Okay, so 7 items, that's going to include the header. Sorry, that's going to include, the headers folder. But this 7 does not include the children of the header. So there's 5 files that are children of the header. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. TKObj is now at the same, is a sibling of H. So that's going to be one of the 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a subfolder. It has 5 items of its own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the end of the archive is detected. Awesome. Thanks for watching.